Lead away.
The kitchen.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to do one thing. So standing here at the door, I just noticed when I walked in, you're seeing a refrigerator, which it's not a bad fridge, so it's not totally unattractive. But look at this little touch here, a welcome sign on top of the fridge.
Yeah.
That was your idea?
Yep, we love to put things on top of fridges.
I'm getting to know you well,
Style.
and I see.
And,
very good.
Also, another challenging space that a lot of people wonder about that I don't think we pointed out at the last home, and this home does not have it either, is builders love to put in the cabinets and not run them all the way up to the ceiling. So people often ask, this is a trouble spot, what do we do with this? And so we do very minimal pieces up there. You don't want it overly crowded, but you don't want it just completely empty either. So just minimal accessorizing, and that's pretty standard of any kind of staging. You just want to do minimal, simple, but effective things.
I'm going to look at this one from the different angles, because obviously the kitchen is a hugely important room. Helly was telling us the first 8 seconds are critical, so the front entrance is always important, but I would think that the kitchen is probably equally important. Maybe it's just not the room you get into first. So, a couple of simple things here that I notice. Just another little plant for some color, and a cooking book by Rachel Ray. I don't think she's doing a plug for Rachel Ray. What she's doing is saying, this is a place where you can enjoy and feel at home and cook, and you know, it's a again an attempt to help people to get a sense of how they would be when they live in the home. And unfortunately, there's not any coffee in those coffee cups, because I could use a cup of coffee. It's late on a Sunday afternoon, and Helly and I are working away here to bring you all this information. So. I like this setup right here. Very different with the candle holders. They're little, I don't know what animals those are, but they look like deer.
I would call them deer.
Okay, and then just again the setup. Layers is what she told us at the last house. Layers, so you've got the plate holder, the plate, the bowl, the napkin, and then the glass with something in it. And again, some nice pillows. Just the hardwood might look uncomfortable there, and now it looks very comfy with the pillows. So.
Comfy and inviting. It's a great way to tie together the colors.
And again, just some more plants, another hallmark of Helly's. And so let's take a look at this room from the other angle. Okay.
This is an example of many times the kitchens, that we call it sort of vignette staging. Vignette staging is just sort of a term for more simple, simplified. You know, it doesn't, not all the furniture and all that. It's more about placement of accessories and those kinds of things. And those kinds of things alone can make a big difference. Sometimes just putting a simple ottoman and some greenery in a room with one piece of art is enough. So.
While we're here, why don't we go over one subject real quick, and that is, you've given us some very good tips on things to do. What are some things that you want to not do or get rid of or something like that? Are there any major things that stick out for you?
Whenever I go into owner-occupied homes, I always tell people to get away from any personal effects. Anything that sort of would make someone feel like they're invading the space are things you should get rid of. I've been in a few homes where I've had to sort of deal with dated furniture. That's a tough one, because sometimes people don't have the budget for us to bring in some newer furniture, and so we try to just plump it up and use more modern colors around some of those dated pieces. Recently I read an article written by a realtor, and they said, you know, it was kind of tips on staging, and it was good. The one thing they said, that was like, leave a few pieces of furniture, but that maybe doesn't look very organized and very well thought out, and it can look a little like more abandoned than it can, wow, this is a nice space. So I'd be really careful about that. Like, think thoughtfully about what you leave. If you're vacating and you have the option to leave some furniture, that's great, but be really careful about how you set that up and what you do with it.
Sure. Okay. Okay, we are down the end of the hallway. Let's go back to give you perspective. That's the rooms that we just came out of. Okay, so we've got a bedroom here with just a real simple setup. You know, this is not expensive staging. This is simple and elegant, but it's effective. And you see pictures on the wall, and again a plant in the room. And over here, very simple setup. Just a dresser with a lamp and comforting look, a rocking chair.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we just brought in some bedding and the lamp.
Okay.
And we rearranged some of the art in here. We basically took down all of the art in the homeowner's house, and then we go shopping from their art and rehang it where it works out with how our stuff blends and how their stuff blends. And
okay.
And just a regular design tip, people hang art way too high. So eye level.
Okay.
Average woman's height 5'6" is about where you should be.
I don't know what number tip we're on, but that's another great tip. And I would say that I've been guilty of that in the past. Probably because I'm tall, but hanging it up too high. So I am. Let's see. We are. What height do you go for? About
average woman's height, which is 5'6".
5'6". So
I
that's
have
just
to
about,
hang things a little higher because I'm
a
little shorter than that.
You want the middle of the picture to be
This
at
side,
5'6". Okay, there you go. Not the top.
Maybe unfair to someone like you or someone who's 6'4", but that's the supposed law of the.
Okay, so in this, just going from the other angle, is the master bedroom, and again, very nice setup, very comfortable looking. I could picture myself here, and again, in the corner of the room instead of a blank corner, which does look roomy when it's blank, but you got a nice, comfortable chair, and again, a nice spot where I could picture myself reading and sitting and relaxing.